Hey Olivia, what's up? How are you today?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. So today's gonna be a little different than it's been in the past. I know the last time we met, we spoke a little bit about your worry journal and read a few entries from there. I want to do a new exercise today. Um, it's like you're telling me that you overthink a little too much when it comes to your anxiety, and I think that this exercise will really help in that aspect. I do have some information when it comes to art therapy. I want to let you know a little bit about it and like why I think it's going to be beneficial for you. Um, so, art therapy can really benefit you because it can diffuse a stressful environment that you may be experiencing. So, we have this body right here, and I have a couple crayons, and I want you to kind of envision where you feel the anxiety in your body. Do you feel it in your mind? Do you feel it in your body, in your fingertips, in your muscles, and just express it in the way that you want to. So some of the benefits of the art therapy for people for anxiety, the way that it can help you is it can help calm the nervous system. It also acts as a distraction. It encourages focusing on one thing. It also is useful in verbal expression. It encourages and like helps relieve stress. So you be maybe experiencing that when you're drawing. I want you to reflect on your physical feelings when you're creating this. And you just let me know when you're done.
Okay. I'm done.
Okay. So I want to acknowledge your openness and your courage in discussing these difficult emotions. How do you typically talk to yourself when you are experiencing when your anxiety like arises?
I feel like I go on myself really like negatively. Like I really put myself down instead of like bring myself up. I'm always just like bashing myself in like different ways.
Can you describe a time when you cope with your anxiety successfully?
When I do my sport, when I cheer and I help coach, I feel like it relieves me of dealing with other people, and I feel like I just focus on my sport and what I like to do, and and I might not encourage myself, but I encourage other people with the sport. So it just makes me feel better that I'm helping other people.
Okay, that's great. So throughout our conversation, I've noticed that you tend to overthink through our sessions and even today in your drawing. I want you to know that that's okay. That we all have those moments like that. Even myself. Remember, not everything needs to be perfect, and sometimes being good is okay. It's we're not all trying to be the races to like who's number one. Can you summarize what you've learned about yourself in this session and how this exercise made you feel?
I feel like it just showed me like where my like anxiety or my pain or my stress comes for like the most. Like I get really tense in my arms, or like I get like my stomach just drops, or my
And
head is just all over the
is that
place.
what the lines are
Yeah,
there? Okay.
and then I just tense up a lot, like when I'm nervous or when something comes up.
Okay, so I want you to do one more thing before we end our session today. Imagine a scenario where you have managed your anxiety. What would that look like for you? How do you envision to live anxiety free? Or maybe you won't live anxiety free, how you can eventually suppress those thoughts or patterns.
Maybe I could like not so much put myself out there and kind of like be myself, not try to fit in, and people could see that like, oh, she's not one of those kids that want to have fights or start problems. Maybe like she's a good person to be around. Maybe she maybe she is going through stuff, but she's not expressing it as other people do. When people like get upset or something, they like really like show it. Or like maybe if I don't do that, then I can they can see that like, oh, maybe she's a good person and not express herself like other people.
Okay. So I want to encourage you to take time to reflect on your progress. That's really important. It's really also important to prioritize self-care, and to take breaks when you're feeling this way, when you're feeling overwhelmed, when you're overthinking. That's super important. Everybody needs to self prioritize and take times to do that. It's different for everybody. Some people like to take walks, some people like to read. You got to find what works for you. Is there certain things that make you feel good that you think that you could do to help you prioritize your self care?
I really like to like the whole skincare and makeup. So I feel like, let's say like after school I'm having a bad day, I'll just sit at my vanity and I'll just like do the things I like and just set my phone aside. I'm just like, I'm not gonna worry about it. I had a long day at school, so then I'll just like do something like that, and then I'll go to practice, and then I'll pick up my phone and then I'll go on my phone. But I like try to like keep my phone away and just do like skincare
And
or
I
stuff like
think
that.
that's important. I think it's important, especially for someone at your age, to, not be on the phone and stuff as much. That can also definitely make your anxiety a little bit worse. So maybe prioritizing less time on the phone as well. So many individuals do struggle with overthinking, as something that I previously mentioned. And there are strategies that we can continue to work on that can help manage those better. So I hope to continue doing that. And if there are any other questions or anything you want to discuss today before we end,
No,
okay, that's great. And you're feeling good about the progress that you're making?
yeah,
All right, that's great. So I will see you next week, and I hope you have a good rest of the weekend.
you too. Thank you.
Thank you.